Welcome to The Breakdown, where we're breaking down marketing knowledge for auto repair shop owners like you.
Well, hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Breakdown, where we take complex topics and break them down in an easy to understand way using an old school whiteboard. Today, we're going to be talking about Google reviews, and we're going to give you a secret weapon for your SEO. So most people, they just take their Google reviews for granted. Whatever someone leaves them, like whatever they go say about them, if it's good, they're happy. But there's more that can be done. There's things that can really amplify the ability for people to find you when they're searching for what it is that you do. And I've always known this. I knew that the Google reviews had a big impact on your SEO, but it's been, it's probably been 5 years ago now. Myself and my wife and our son Peyton were down in Key West, and we had been there some years before, probably 3 or 4 years before. But on this particular day, it's August, we're riding our bikes around and it was hot, like Key West is in August, imagine that. But it was hot and we wanted to find a place to just sit, cool off, get something to drink and have some shade, honestly. And we had remembered when we were there the few years before, we had stopped and had lunch at this place that had a really awesome courtyard in the back. And there was like a canopy of trees over it. There were roosters running around and just a real cool ambiance. Kind of it really has that Key West vibe. But we couldn't remember the name of it. So I did a search. I just pulled out my phone and searched for Key West restaurant with a courtyard with a canopy of trees. And the first thing that comes up is Blue Heaven. And since then, I've realized just how iconic Blue Heaven is in Key West. So if you go to Key West, make sure you go to Blue Heaven. But it came up because people left in their reviews. They talked about the courtyard. They talked about the canopy of trees. And that was the only reason that it came up when I did that search. The very next day, and look, we're creatures of habit, okay? We find a place that we like, we tend to go back there. But the very next day, we're riding our bikes again, because that's what we like to do when we're in places like Key West, is ride our bikes around and explore. We're riding our bikes and we'd remembered a restaurant that we had eaten at the previous time that had a second floor balcony, and we couldn't remember the name of it. And do a Google search for a restaurant with a second floor balcony overlooking Duval Street, and that restaurant came up. And I should have looked up the name of it before filming this video. I can't remember it. It's in a blog post that I did about this topic. But that restaurant came up, and it was the exact restaurant that we had eaten at before. And once again, it was because people had put this in the reviews. And I know that they put these things in the reviews because when we looked it up, they showed the review with the keywords in it that I was searching with. And this is what you need for your auto repair shop. So, which reviews help you? You can have these generic reviews like, these are great, been coming here for 10 years. And look, nothing wrong with that review. That review, like, you want to be grateful when you get a review like that. But if we take this detailed review as another example, I found Dave's Auto near Lewisburg. They did an alignment on my BMW. The car drives like new. Now we know that this is an auto repair shop that's near Lewisburg. They work on BMWs and they do alignments. So when somebody is searching for someone to work on their BMW or someone to do their alignment or an auto repair shop near Lewisburg, this review is going to help you to come up in the search results. This is what you want. So how do you get your clients to do that? It's magic. You ask them. And I know you don't want to just ask brand new customers to do this. You want to have a relationship with people. But if you're like most of the great auto repair shops that I know, their clients come back again and again and again, and you build a relationship with them, and it should be no problem to ask them to do this stuff. So when you're asking for a review, don't just ask them to leave you a review. Tell them, a couple days after you pick up your car, you're going to get a request for a review. If you wouldn't mind, leave some details in there. Put things like your location, the type of vehicle you have, and the service that we performed, and talk about the experience you had and the name of the person that you worked with. Because all of this is going to help those reviews to make your Google business profile to come up as one of the top results when people are searching. When I talk about location, They might name the city, they might name their neighborhood, they might name a borough or, whatever. Just something that has to do with a location. If there's a big shopping center near you that kind of serves as a landmark, they could put the name of that in here. But all of that is going to help with your reviews. So you can't be generic, you must be specific. Another example, I got my Honda's brakes repaired at Jack's Auto in Amite, super professional. This is the kind of stuff that you want to ask for in your reviews. People are happy to do it. Like, very rarely will anybody ever give you any pushback. Worst case, they forget to do it. Most of the time, they do it. And this is what helps you to rank and outrank your competition. I hope that this helps. Ask for details in your reviews.